want you to talk about the issue at hand. So this is the problem that you have identified, and you start your conversation with this problem. Don't beat around the bush and talk about going shopping and what's all going on and then hit somebody in the head with a hard thing. This is why we're here, this is what I want to talk about. So we're going to talk about the issue. Number 2, I want you to talk about your thoughts or perceptions about that issue. Your thoughts or your perceptions about the issue. Now, I'm going to be real candid with you. This is the story that you went home and told yourself in your mind after it happened. Does that make sense? Y'all are smiling, so I know y'all are engaging with me. You understand? Because you went home and told yourself something in your head about what happened. This is when you're going to say that. Okay? Fair enough? The second part there, in the thoughts and perception, this is something that you get in your 5 senses. Well, I heard. Or it appeared. I saw. Your body language. You know, this is something that you appeal with your senses. Number 3, reaction. So the reaction is based on the story you told yourself about what the other person did. This is how you made me feel. I felt betrayed when that happened. I felt like I couldn't trust you as a partner. I felt totally disrespected. I was so frustrated with what you did. Or I'm just downright mad. I am just mad. I am mad as a wet hen about it. But that's your time to talk about your reaction to the story. They need to know how that affected them. Is that clear? And often we don't do that, particularly as women. We will think that that's assumed. Don't ever think that that's assumed. You need to tell that person, hey, that really hurt my feelings. That really made me feel like you did not have my back in this. It's okay. Okay thing. Number 4, wants. So we're going to talk about the issue, thoughts and perceptions, thoughts/perceptions. The third thing is your reaction to it. The fourth thing is wants. Now this is what you want in the relationship. You can say, you know, in the future, if that happens, I would really want you to come to me first and ask me about that, so I can clarify that for you, rather than you going over here to Bobo Joe and asking them about something that they can't have all the information necessary. So in the want stage, you communicate what you want, but you also allow the other person to talk as well. More than likely, they're not going to, because they're not going to probably know how to come back at what you want. Now you can say, you can give long-term wants or short-term wants. I tend to give short-term wants because I'm going to decide if we're going to go into a long-term relationship. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm probably going to say, well, you know, in the next 90 days or so, I'm going to want us to really be intentional about how we relate to each other. And if you keep getting the same thing repeating from the same person in 90 days, release yourself. It's probably just not going to work. You don't have to like everybody. You don't have to do business with everybody. You don't have to have everybody as your client. That's okay, but that's just a mature perspective. And number 5, let them know that there will be consequences. Now, you don't have to say it like you're making them feel like they're a kid or anything. But you do need to discuss that if we can't come to this type of mutuality, it just may be better so that we honor each other, that we cease this in this way. You want to remove yourself as peaceably as possible. Because if it's a client, God's going to send you more clients if you do this honorably. Don't worry about that. And I promise you they're probably not going to go slander you, because it's going to be the first time they've ever had it dealt with in such